See, a lot of changes happened last 100 years, over 100 years.
Here you had people that actually had no addiction whatsoever prior to contact, even though they had access to substances. If there was any substance used at all, it was purely ceremonial. There was tobacco, but there was no addiction to tobacco. It was used purely ceremonially.
They loved each other, and there was no alcohol involved.
Like, no wonder, look what's happened to all our people, all our ancestors across time, that we're just carrying this on. One day that I sat and was looking at some historical photographs in my apartment, and I just started sobbing, and I just got the sense of overwhelming grief, and it felt like it was huge, like it wasn't my personal grief, that it was something that was generational.
I think you need to find someone who you're comfortable with, whether it's an elder or a traditional teacher, and have the conversation and celebrate the life, whether it's your life that you're leading or the life of someone passing, in a way that allows you to acknowledge that life and acknowledge the loss, acknowledge the life, and certainly focus on the good memories.
We have to make peace. We have to make peace with our feelings, the things that we carry inside. We have to make peace with our memories. We have to, our elder said that we can make peace with our dreams, with the hurts that we carry. Is take that tobacco, go outside, put it someplace, and pray, and cry if you have to cry, scream if you have to scream.
So I define it as cumulative emotional and psychological wounding across generations, including one's own lifespan, because everything up to a minute ago is history.
Of course, the other sort of twin crisis that's happening right now has been the spread of coronavirus, of COVID-19, which is unfolding in real time.
This Western disease called Wawazan-Hunka, Makakan Chigihapi. They have a big sickness here that came upon us now, and this big sickness is affecting us as families. In our way, when one person is sick, it affects the family, and it affects the nation.
I think at this time, with the COVID-19 coronavirus and the other virus that's happening, I think this is a time to pray and smudge, and we use it a lot.
Because traditional healing is so powerful that it kept us strong, it kept us grounded, it kept us together and whole.
All cultures have wisdom in what their practices have been that fits with their culture, right? And so when you can't practice it in that way, that's one way of stunting the grief or trapping
Absolutely.
the grief. We have certain beliefs that if you don't have certain ceremonies, the spirit of the person can't be released and will be trapped.
So that's sort of just what I'm trying to do, is like reintegrate myself back, find ways, like even like how you're saying, like having a fire for 4 days. Is it too late for me to do that?
I guess it's never too late, in my opinion. I would guess that if you feel that you haven't let the spirit go, do whatever you need to do that. Because one, it's healing for you, and two, the spirit has to leave.
Our view of health and our view of illness is much more encompassing of who we are. That's why language and culture are important to our healing. It's not just about treating what's wrong. It's about supporting what is good and what is healthy, right?
When Helen was a child, she repeatedly heard the prophecy given by the elders of the time. There will come a period of hard times because of catastrophic events, and the knowledge and practice of living off the land will become a necessity again for survival.
Hearing from the community, the culture and the language is what's going to help us through this myriad of chronic disease that we seem to be experiencing at higher rates than the Canadian population.
Because we have our own medicine. So
our ways can help us beat COVID-19 in times of need.
We always come together. When we dance.
When we sing.
When we pray.
But now it's time to stay away.
today, we're still surviving as First Nations and always in the forefront of progress, in the name of progress.
So difficult living in this day and age, doing everything online. But this was a way of our people. A long time ago, they did everything online with culture, memory. We did everything verbal. It was all verbal. No disturbances like radios, cell phones, or TV, or fast cars, or nothing. When our elders spoke, we listened with both ears. And this is where we used our culture memory. That's where our ceremonies or songs or traditions had been carried on because they had no schooling. That's all they had was their culture memory. That's it. There was no disturbances like rain.
Those grieving a loss, battling addiction and mental illnesses, I pray you find guidance and support. I pray you overcome these hardships. I pray you find love within yourself. I pray you stay strong. I pray you heal.